Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your dose of zombies news from the game and its community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today, where the official Call of Duty Twitter account today revealed all of the content we're expecting to get for Season 2 Reloaded here in Vanguard Zombies. It has left a lot of people in the community asking the question if Treyarch has actually abandoned development of this game mode. And that's because we're unlike in Reloaded seasons of the past, even here in Vanguard, and of course back in Cold War, where zombies got a significant content drop during the midway point or reloaded points of various seasons in the COD universe. For the first time, the content being added to Vanguard Zombies in 2 days' time is basically negligible. With the breadth of new content coming to Zombies looking like this, the first is in the form of the Critical Expertise Covenant, which at higher rarity tiers lets your regular non-hit damage have a % chance to get converted to critical damage, so it's interesting. Though I think the second new covenant that they're adding, if you do decide to hop in, you'll have a lot more fun with, which is called Explosive Expert, where you'll be doing more explosive damage to zombies, and that explosive damage will be doing less damage to you. Where at the legendary tier, it's basically the core version of PhD, where none of your own explosions can hurt you. Although this covenant won't save you from hurting yourself with the ray gun, as it's not effective. And, well, that's it. In terms of new content being added into the game, it's 2 new covenants, and that's all. It's definitely the smallest content drop we've ever gotten for zombies since the release of Black Ops Cold War, which has led players to ask the question, well, exactly why is that? Are Treyarch ramping down development of Vanguard Zombies, considering it being pretty much universally disliked within the zombies community? I would imagine their player accounts for the mode aren't showing that a lot of players are playing this mode, and is the release of just these 2 covenants indicative that Treyarch is switching developers away from Vanguard Zombies dev team towards their next Zombies project? We do know at Treyarch that there is 2 separate teams working on the Zombies mode, one on Vanguard and one on their next main series Call of Duty Zombies game. So is this simply the beginning of the end for content being released in this mode? A definitive, absolute answer to that question exists if they're actually going to end up abandoning Vanguard Zombies, and that answer will be revealed in probably under a month's time, where Season 3 will be the kind of defining definitive season to see how we're going to progress things here in Vanguard Zombies. If Season 3 releases and there is no significant new content being added into Vanguard Zombies, then I think at that point we can definitively say that Treyarch has pretty much abandoned this game and this game mode and is moving their team to other things. But if they do release a significant content drop with Season 3, then we can say that team is still engaged in developing new content for Vanguard Zombies, for better or for worse, and we can expect that new content to be released at the beginning of the next couple seasons to be released in this game, Season 4, 5, and 6. Part of this update, and I'm not including this as content because it frankly isn't, is that Treyarch has revealed that they've finally been able to add server pause into Vanguard Zombies, but for whatever reason, just like everything in this game, it has to come with a caveat, and that is you can only pause for 2 hours. So if you want to do a high round run, you want to leave your machine on overnight, keep the game paused, you can't do that. You've got a 2-hour time limit that you can stay paused per game. After that, it'll kick you for inactivity just like it has done before. The reason for this, we assume, is that because the game is running on dedicated servers, they don't want a lot of players just kind of clogging up their server capacity, staying paused for long periods of time. Part of me's thinking that they're making this like a bigger issue than it actually is, and implementing this time limit that players can stay paused is basically just like a pointless limitation. But hey, at least it's being added into the game. The one notable thing that they don't mention here is that they specifically say that the server pause will be added for solo games. They don't mention anything about co-op. So as far as I understand this, that if you start your own game, you'll now be able to pause within, 2 hours time limit. But if you start a Vanguard Zombies game with one of your friends, and your buddy needs to go to the washroom or has a phone call or something, if it's in a co-op game, if I'm reading this right, you still won't be able to pause, which is very odd that basically they add the pause feature, but only if you're playing by yourself and not when you're playing co-op. They had that feature back in Black Ops Cold War. I still don't understand what the big issue is in this game specifically. But guys, that does wrap up the news today. The content releases on March 23rd. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you learned something new, hey, consider leaving a thumbs up down below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This could get very, very interesting to see what Treyarch does in the next few weeks. If they decide to abandon this mode, it'll be the first time that has ever happened here in Zombies. But I guess we're gonna have to wait until then to find out. But I want to thank you again for watching, and I'll see you with another Zombies news video very soon. Peace!